What's up, guys? It's your boy Beatty, back again with another video. Today, I got my boy ifbb Pro, Maurice. What's good, bro?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
No complaints, man. I mean, I feel like a lot has happened since the last time me and you spoke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's been crazy, man.
The bodybuilding season, as well as everything, like the whole world pretty much was on pause for about 10 weeks, maybe a little more.
10 weeks, yeah, probably a little more,
March.
yeah.
March, April, May, June. Yeah, but probably 12 weeks by now. Basically, the shutdown happened officially like
March 9th, right?
I think March 15th is when the gyms closed, but
Okay.
I think March 9th was like when they put up like I'm not sure, but for sure March 15th all the gyms closed, and
right.
I feel like that's when everybody started tripping out. As far as the fitness people, that's when all of us like, well, hold on.
Yeah.
Not the gyms.
Yeah,
but yeah,
that's been crazy too.
It's wild. It's been at least 12 weeks now at this point. But,
yeah.
But now everything's set to open Friday, man. Everything's set to open. And you actually the one that made me able to work out because you gave me the connect to the private.
Right. Long story. Yeah, no doubt, man. We gotta, this is our lifestyle. We gotta keep it going, regardless of the situation. That's like our, therapy.
You stopped going to that gym though, right?
Yeah, I stopped going there.
Well, was it because of extra fees or no?
Yeah, that had a little bit of play, but it was kind of a little further out of my jurisdiction. You know what I mean?
Okay, all right, brother.
And then I had to find something convenient. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But workout is a workout regardless of where you go.
Exactly. So when you stopped going there, you started going. Where did you start going? Oh yeah, I know where you started going. I think you told me. You started going to a different gym.
Yep. A little more.
Were you prepping for any shows, anything like that, but before all of this?
Yeah, I was prepping actually for the Cal State, my pro debut, which was May 23rd. We all know that. Then the quarantine got extended, so they pushed it back. They pushed it back to June 27th. Then they pushed it back to September 12th. So that's the official date now. It looks like it's clear for September 12th. So that gives me about 13 weeks out.
Okay, good. I actually heard they had an NPC show earlier this week. So
really,
they did. Yeah, I heard it on Dave Palumbo's podcast. They had a show officially. So the season officially is back on.
Wow. Okay. Good. But was it a crowd or I know it was like not the same, right?
They said it was like every other seat and every other row, something like that.
Okay.
Which I guess is fine because like how crowded is it? Unless this is Olympia, how crowded is it going to be? So
exactly.
And I mean, New York Pro. I'm from New York, so I've been to New York Pros, and they get pretty packed. But besides that, I mean, every other row is not that. It's better than nothing, right? Better than no competing.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Yeah. If you could just have your family there, you're good. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So now the goal now is September, right? What you gonna do?
September 12th. Yeah, Cal Pro.
So you've been making progress this whole time?
I've been making pretty good progress this whole time, trying to keep decent size and just refine while staying in somewhat decent condition the whole time, not getting too out of whack, but just keep my eyes on the prize.
So what do you make of this whole COVID thing? Like the whole thing from the start to the finish? Like, do you think this was overkill? Do you think it was necessary? How do you feel about the way the government handled COVID-19?
I think it was kind of a little bit overkill, honestly. Trying to, I don't really agree with the mandatory vaccinations or what have you. I mean, it is what it is, because, people get the flu all the time. They're not pushing, if that was the case, vaccinations for cancer or AIDS or something like that. Mm-hmm. Those seem like more killer diseases, but, I think, it actually, with people being quarantined, I think it actually brought more families together. You know, I can't speak for all, but from what I see, it brought more people to think, read more, kind of a little downtime, like a little pause button on the earth real quick.
Yeah.
You know, cleanse it real quick, and you know, everything has its purpose. So
it worked out. I think I feel like I think a good 4 weeks would have been, because I get it. You got this new virus. You don't really know how bad it is, right? So I guess as the government, you want to be responsible. You don't want to wait till a bunch of people die. Then you look stupid. So I get it.
right,
I get why you did in the first place. I think after the first 4 weeks, you kind of have to reevaluate and be like, okay, so what's going on here? And in other words, so I didn't think they had to extend it this long. I think they could have because okay, if you're able to keep Walmart, Target, and all these places open and have rules in place where it's not going to spread, well, then you can do that for everywhere. You can do the same thing for gyms. You can do the same thing for I mean, even like a bar, I guess if you wanted to, or even like a hotel, like you can follow the rules and still keep people businesses open, because to destroy the economy is not good.
Right. Absolutely. I agree with that. And I feel exactly where you're coming from, you know, being something new out there and people not knowing, you know, the source of it.
You don't
you know, there's so many theories out there, you know, but you know, it served its purpose, you know what I mean? You know, I believe that it's a higher power and total control, regardless of what we say, think, or do. You know, at the end of the day, that's kind of what I look at.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like we've been, as mankind, right? There's been a lot of viruses, a lot of things that it's kind of like I don't want to say population control. That sounds kind of bad, but it's kind of like things happen. Like people die, viruses come. But I think, like as a group, I feel like we're gonna survive it. That's why we've been here that long, and I feel like it's only gonna make us stronger. And I feel like at this point we can survive almost anything, unless if it's your time to go, it's your time to go, really. But for the most part, like our bodies adjust, our bodies adapt, our bodies get stronger. You know what I'm saying? Our immune systems get stronger. You know what I'm saying? So you look at a lot of third world countries, these people are living till their hundreds. You know what I'm saying? Not because they have good medicine, just because their immune system adapts. They just live in life, and their immune system adapts. They're not taking a bunch of vaccines and a bunch of a bunch of supplements to help their health. They just, your body is supposed to adapt. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like whatever virus comes out, our body's gonna adapt, and we're gonna be able to beat it, eventually.
That part.
You can't just say anytime there's a virus, you're gonna shut down the world and have people lose their houses, lose their businesses. That can't work, because that's more harmful. If I lose my life's work, that might be more harmful than anything else. There's people, suicide is at an all-time high. We had Luke Sanders commit suicide. If he wasn't on quarantine, I don't think it would have happened. At least not yet.
No, not at all. Exactly. And
too busy.
Even the hospitals, putting people's surgeries on hold.
Yeah.
People, especially the small businesses, people depending on those businesses to feed their families. Stimulus check can't, that's not going to get people through. So, that was a bad decision right there, that's a hard pill to swallow,
And then I feel like if you tell people to stay home, and if they can't provide for their family, then you're going to have to provide for their family. Like, if you're telling me I can't go to work to provide for the family, you then have to offer me money to provide for my family. And a stimulus check is not going to be enough. It's just not. $1,200. That's not going to cut it.
Nah. It's more serious than that. It's it could have been some type of incentive around that. Definitely.
I think so. From what I heard, Canada was getting $2,000 a month every month. Which is a lot better. Yeah,
now, something like that should have worked. Yeah, something like that could have
been. From my understanding, they were scared that the value of the American dollar was going to go down. Who cares? Like it's
already been down. It's been down for years.
I think our lives is more important than the value of our currency.
Exactly.
Who cares about that? You understand?
Right.
So I mean, it's gonna go down either way. When you have everybody out of business, it's gonna go down.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
yeah, I thought that was overkill, and then I think that kind of led to what we see going on over here right now, right? As far as the well, I mean, a lot of things led to this. Just years of black people getting abused by the cops and
Right.
unfair treatment. But on top of that, when you have everybody at home restless, can't go to work, a lot of
Right.
people get a lot more, aggravated and angry. That's why it probably got a lot more, I guess, violent than
Right.
probably would have gotten. So that leads to that. And then now it's like we're in like a civil war almost. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
The good part is that it seems like there's already some change. This sparked some change as far as we've never seen all 4 cops get charged. It just doesn't happen. To be honest, you don't see any cop get charged. They usually get like paid time. You get like a paid vacation, paid time off, and back to work. You know what I'm saying? So this is the first time. So it definitely. I know. Like let's say this, right? We all know like looting is wrong. It's against the law, and
Right.
But the thing is that I think it put a lot of eyes on the movement. Like, wow, this is crazy. This city's burning and stuff. I don't agree with that because you can't burn your own city because it's like
you shouldn't do that. That's not setting the right example. Now that part, protesting, that part, looting and burning it down, that was
overkill.
That was overkill. That wasn't really for the death of George Floyd. That was kind of like some just
anger. Like I said, that was more anger and like being restless and stuff like that. Yeah. So we probably could have done without that part, but all in all, it seems like it did spark a lot more attention than usual because because I mean we've been protesting for a long time.
Yeah,
and
a lot of times.
Right.
No, it's been going on for 2 weeks now. For this the second week, right? So and then it's made a lot of movements. It's made a lot of noise and brought a lot, like you said, brought a lot of people together, and it's all races out there, because ultimately, now the voice is getting heard, people been knocking at the door for a minute now, finally opening in. So, people just, want justice, for all races, but,
Here's the thing though, right? I don't support the violence per se, but I feel like peaceful protests been going on since before Rodney King, and nothing ever changed, right?
Right.
So it's like I think part of the negativity that came out of this may have brought some positive because it brought more eyes. Like, what the hell is going on? What? It's on fire? Oh, what's going on? I think that brought more eyes to the movement, even though it wasn't necessarily like a good thing, but it brought some more eyes to the movement. Like, oh, like people are really like mad. Like it's not just like people walking in with signs. Like there's people that are so mad that they feel the need to do this. And then I think it brought more eyes to it, which I think is actually going to spark more change. You know what I'm saying? Because I think Trevor Noah said it the best. He was like, you can't really peacefully protest because protesting is basically showing how angry you are, basically, right? It's showing the establishment how angry you are. So how peaceful can it be? Imagine if everybody was just lined up on the sidewalk, not blocking any streets. Nobody would care. Everybody would just drive by and probably be like, "Hey, fuck you, go home," and then drive by. But when you have like streets flooded and people, it's impacting your day, right? So let's say if you're not black, you're a white guy. This might not impact you in any way. So it's like, I'm not affected. I don't really care. But if you can't get to work because the roads are blocked, now you're gonna be like, hold on, what's going on here? Like, why is the roads blocked? And you might actually learn what's going on and be like, wow, this is crazy. And you might actually get involved. You know what I'm saying? So part of protesting, it's not supposed to be convenient for the people you protesting. It's supposed to be a little inconvenient. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like you don't have to hurt anybody. You know what I'm saying? But it needs to cause some kind of inconvenience for people to actually care. Like I said, if it's not affecting your life, why would you don't, you know what I'm saying? Unless you just like more of a free thinker. If not, you don't care. Like, well, this is not affecting me. I'm gonna go about my day. So it has to incite some kind of, it has to get your attention. And I think for the first time, everybody's attention got caught to the point that in these protests, I've never seen so many non-black people protest for black rights in my life.
Right.
It was
Did you see Hollywood Boulevard yesterday? Was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? It was like a river of people.
I seen, bro.
Protesting.
I seen. Yeah, and it's like you see every color, every age out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to be honest, that made me proud, man. I have friends of every race like inviting me to come to protest and stuff. Like, yo, come protest. You know, and they're not black. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But suppose real.
Exactly. Every race should. And the media wasn't putting out a lot of the good stuff that they were doing. It was a lot of people coming together, even along with law enforcement out there having prayers with the people in different cities, and out there dancing with some of them. It was some good stuff in that.
There was
rioting too.
There was, yeah.
So
I feel like that the media doesn't really want to show like. Because positivity doesn't get as much clicks, you know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
I definitely see.
That's sad.
That's sad, very sad. Yeah, I definitely see some positive shit, which is good to see. But yeah, I think the whole movement, it actually, for the first time, it actually causing some change.
Right.
I think it's finding some change. I just hope when this is all over, everybody doesn't just forget about this, and then we go back to next week another black dude gets killed. I hope it doesn't just go back like it never happened, because that happens a lot. Like we kind of like move on, and then it happens again. It's like what?
Right.
And I
always said this, with the Black Lives Matter, first starting with us, a lot of the, a lot of OGs in LA was out there, starting the Black Lives Matters, and I agree, but we got to look at ourselves first. If they matter, we got to stop, killing each other first for it to be taken serious, and us come together as a people, more unity and cohesive and love one another first before we kind of skipping over that and going right. You know what I mean? So that's where it can start first.
This is a valid argument, right? When I posted Black Lives Matter on my page, right, and I think he was he wasn't even white actually. I think he was like mixed or something. And then he was like, stop killing each other, right? And I was pissed because it's like two different arguments. Like I'm specifically talking about police brutality and him telling that to me.
Yeah, of course.
I like it. And then he kept arguing as if like we don't care about that, right? I feel like we do. Okay, obviously there's people who don't respect, like there's black people who don't respect other black people enough to like, yo, my brother, whatever the case is. But a few people commented and they act like that doesn't bother me. Like, but how do you know that? Like when black people kill black people, it does bother me 100%.
Right.
And I don't want that to happen. So you can't assume that I only get mad when we get killed by white people. No, I get just as mad if another. You know what I'm saying? So like when there's senseless killings in the hood, that shit pisses me off. Right. It pisses me off. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely want to do something about that too. So I feel like some people assume that we only get mad when we get killed by white people, but that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? I agree with you. We got to show each other like way more love than that. It don't always got to be that animosity. Like we got to be way more unified.
Especially from here on out after all this protesting. Yeah. Come on, we got to. You should see the crime rate and violent shootings amongst blacks go down tremendously. It should go down.
I agree. And then I'm arguing back and forth with the dude, and the whole time I thought he was right. I finally click on his profile. I'm like, what? This dude, you kind of look black. Like, what's going on? And then I asked him. I was like, bro, you black? He was like, no, I'm mixed Dominican and something else. So So then my whole tone changed. I was like, yo, at the end of the day, you my brother. I ain't gonna sit here and argue with you on my page. Like, it's all love.
All love, man.
Exactly, because he kept saying all lives matter because he's mixed, and I get that. So I was like, okay. At the end of the day, I'm not saying we the only life that matters. Like you're saying,
I'm not talking about the police brutality. To that point. Yeah, because we get injustice too much.
Exactly. I'm just trying to say, like, we matter enough that we shouldn't be getting killed this way.
Right.
But obviously, if George Floyd was Mexican, I would feel the exact same way. If George Floyd was Dominican, I feel the exact same way. That's some bullshit, and it needs to stop. So I think people just take it the wrong way and think we're just saying that only we matter. But that's not what we're saying. We're saying that we can't have another black person killed every week. You know what I'm saying? And I've heard people say, well, white people get killed by cops too. I'm like, well, so y'all should be supporting us then. So it's going to benefit all of us. If you really feel that white people get killed by the cops this much, then you should be out there with us supporting the movement, because it's going to help you. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like you're getting killed as much, then you should be all for this. You know what I'm saying? You should be like, hell yeah, like, let's stop it. You know what I'm saying? So if you really felt that, you wouldn't be saying like, nah, it's all good. You would be pissed too. You'd be like, yeah, I'm tired of this shit. It happens to me too. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that argument is just somebody just trying to try to downplay what's going on.
And you know, another thing, you know, with this, you know, it's all love. I love it. You know, I like what's going on. But then on the other note, you got a lot of people that don't even know what's going on, is that's out there clout chasing and doing it just to be seen, seeking attention. That's not cool. You know what I'm saying? You got to be serious, either all the way in or all the way out. You know.
Exactly. Yeah. And like it can't be only when it's cool. Like a lot of these companies repping right now, I'm like, I definitely appreciate it, but do you really have this energy? And are you going to continue to have this energy, or are you just doing it because it makes you seem cool? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I'm hoping you actually feel this way, and you're not just doing it because you feel like you have to. You know what I'm saying? I hope you actually really, you know, from now on, you're not going to do it like Gucci. I hope you're not going to really. Gucci, they did like a couple of racist shit. Shit. So I hope you don't just try to be cool with the movement and not actually do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So let's see, man. Let's see. But I honestly feel like it's gonna spark some change, and it honestly already has.
It already has. Yeah. There's a lot of good things come out of it. That's what I'll do like. So
yeah, man.
Yeah, got to keep it going though. Got to keep it all the way through. You know, I know it ain't no picture perfect world. Let me get that straight, but at least, you know, clean up and improve a whole lot.
Yeah, exactly. And then I've also heard some people. I mean, this is kind of like a dated point of view. I haven't heard anybody like that's not like over the age of 50 say this. Like I've heard a couple of guys on bodybuilding podcasts. They're like, "Oh, racism doesn't exist." I'm like, what? Like who? What are you talking about, man? That's just like that tells me how clueless you are. Like you're white, right? So just because racism doesn't happen to you doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So like
he hasn't experienced. The people who hasn't experienced or anything or never lived that type of life, or you know, they don't get it.
They don't get it, and then like they'll say things like shit that's like it sounds ignorant, but like they don't even notice it. Like, well, but look at Obama was president, and you guys can vote. Like, of course, we're human beings. Why wouldn't we be able to like that? That's like that's like bare minimum. That's we're talking about human rights here. Like,
exactly.
That's how they say like it's an add-on. Like it's like this huge privilege. That's just basic human rights, bro. That's like, you know what I'm saying? That's not it. You can't say, well, you can do everything, so you're good. Like, no, that's not how that works. Like being able to drive and being able to, you know, be a politician. That's it. Like that means everything is good. Like, no, man, it doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that. So you got to be open. Like I understand. Like ignorance isn't a bad thing. It just means you just don't know. It's lack of knowledge, right? So. I want you to at least be willing to listen and learn and be like, really? If that really goes on? Yes, it really goes on, man. Really I know it doesn't happen to you and you don't feel that way, but it's a real thing. It definitely does happen. So I don't know, man. I don't know, but let's switch over to some other topics now.
Okay.
Have you been keeping tabs on like the fitness industry and like the things going on right now?
Yeah. Olympia got moved to December, right?
Yes, it has.
Yeah, that's gonna be popping. That's a good Christmas present, you know, for all of us. You know, a few weeks ago, Luke. That was sad about Luke. That really hurt right there. I never met him, but I used to watch all his podcasts. Him and Fawad. Yeah, I used to love watching that while doing cardio. or just in the morning while eating meal one or something. And I got a real good kick out of him. And I was like, wow.
So me and Henry started our podcast because of Luke and Fuad.
Oh, really? Okay, dope.
Yeah, that's why we started the podcast again. And Fuad actually sponsors Henry now, which is dope too.
Oh, wow.
I should sponsor you.
That's what's up. Okay, that's what's up.
So I don't know if you've seen the story, but he's sponsored by
I seen him with some supplements today. Yeah, okay.
So
that's
they were actually like, because I feel like their podcast was dope, because I feel like for years I would see like a bunch of guys who don't really do much in the sport, like no offense to them, but like let's say Boston Lloyd, right? He'd actually I can't say like a friend, we're not like close friends or anything, but like we talk and shit, and we'll see him telling us what the pros do, and it's like, bro, like you're not a pro and you don't look like a pro, but you're telling us what pros do. And then you got like Tony Hughes. Tony Hughes is actually a cool guy. Like I know him personally. He's a he's like a smart guy, smart businessman. But same thing. It's like he's telling us this is what pros do, and he don't look like a pro. So it's like we have a bunch of people who aren't pros, or don't even look like pros, but they're telling us what pros do. And the pros are silent because they're scared to talk about these things, because for years they had to, be good to the sponsors and stuff. We're at a point now where they can make their own money. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, the supplement companies don't care. Everybody knows, bodybuilders say gear. Like, it's not something you have to hide. So finally, we're at a time where you can have people sit there and talk about what pros actually do, coming from the horse's mouth, and not some like outlandish, pros take 10 grams of gear. Like, who's doing this? There's nobody. There's nobody doing this. The only people doing it are the people trying to turn pro that don't have the genetics. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody I know that is a pro or looks like a pro is doing anything outlandish. We all doing basically the same stuff. It's all in the same boat. There's nothing magical, nothing special. We don't have these secret pharmacists that mix mystery. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's actually pretty. Actually pretty basic. It's actually pretty basic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
As basic as you can imagine. Like, if you was to write down the most basic cycles, that's what most people do. You know
exactly.
So I just wanted to get, like, Henry's a pro, and then for me, I'm almost there. And hopefully,
you right there, man. You're gonna get it for sure this year, man. I already thought you were pro when I first met you. I was like, man, this dude right here, look at him. For sure.
So when you have people that,
no, I was what you gonna say.
Now, I was saying, when you have people that actually do this at a high level, talking about the real stuff, I think it's dope. Like Fuad and Luke was doing it, and me and Henry do it too. He's been busy lately, so I haven't had him on a lot of episodes lately. But I'm gonna try to.
Did Henry? Did he move out of state?
Yeah, he's living in South Carolina.
Okay, wow. Okay, Southern living now. Okay,
yeah,
that's what's up.
And he looks like he's enjoying it. He's like he's enjoying it.
Yeah,
he was gonna stay there. He was gonna stay here for a while and do the show and stuff like that. But when the quarantine had it happen, it was like, there's nothing going on anyway. There's no point to stay here. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
dang, that's dope.
Yeah,
that's dope. Dang, South Carolina, huh? Southern living out there, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what's up.
So, okay, I never actually asked you about this. So when did you get into bodybuilding? When did you start working out?
I actually started training. I worked at Bally's Total Fitness like in 2006. Mm-hmm. So I was working there part-time as a personal trainer. Mm-hmm. So me and the guys, after, we finish up with our clients at night around 8 or 9, we'd all, get a good workout session in. It was nothing towards bodybuilding. It was just lifting. I got a football background. I did a little bit of everything in the sports category. But football was my main sport. So, just to stay, pretty tight or whatever, we used to lift. I didn't know nothing about nutrition too well as far as like on the bodybuilding tip. So,
so what age did you start training, like specifically like bodybuilding training?
Bodybuilding, man, I was probably like 20, I want to say like 27-ish.
Really?
About 27, somewhere up there, kind of late, yeah. Like bodybuilding, like getting all into the subs, the magazine, and all of that. And when I was really start following it, kind of, doing my cardio after I trained,
Really?
It had to be about 27. Yeah.
Okay.
So I started kind of late.
so 27 in the grand scheme of things is really young, right? But
Really? Okay.
But as far as starting bodybuilding, you hear everybody usually it's like 13, 14. Like for me, it's 14. So it's like,
Really? Dang.
yeah. So for bodybuilding, that's actually like really late. Like I don't know if I've ever heard anybody who started training like a bodybuilder at 27.
27,
so,
man.
and then
27.
and then on top of that, to turn pro after starting at
Yeah.
27 is even
Yeah.
crazier.
Yeah. I did my
wild.
first show. Like in 2011.
Okay.
2011 did my first show, and you know, it was a success. Muscle Beat show. I was actually trained by Psycho Fitness, Chris Lewis, the one who was training to play. Yeah. He was my coach. As a matter, I seen him at the gym, Gold's Gym, Hawthorne. I used to go in there, and I should see him looking at me and stuff, and he was like, "Man, you look like you can compete." And, that's where it all sparked it off right there. I started working out with him and a guy named Tim, and he was always bringing up, how he knew Flex Lewis, Chris Cormier. He used to train at Gold's Gym. He was up under the wing of Charles Glass. This is back then, like 93, 94, 95, 96. So he been around, and he had me do the whole thing, all natty. First show, light heavyweight, and I won open and novice, got second in the overall. So I was like, oh, okay.
So you won as a natty too.
A natty too, yeah.
That's dope. That's crazy. That's dope.
And not only that though, man, he gave me the diet, but I ain't gonna lie, dude. Chris, I hope you watching this, but I couldn't keep the diet down pat, first time.
I think if you're gonna be honest, I think everybody's first prep or first couple preps, we ain't sick to that shit 100%, bro. We were fucking down,
man. I was waking up in the middle of the night eating cookies and Doritos, man, because I wasn't used to that. I was keeping that cardio going though. Everything he told me as far as working out, cardio, then his training, he was kicking my butt so hard in the gym, I was just like depleted anyway,
Bro, when I tell you, like, I feel like I could be so much further in the sport if I would have had the diet discipline earlier, because my I guess my issue, even though like I was one show, like my issue, especially in the beginning, was getting the super sharp conditioning. Bro, the diet used to fucking kill me, bro. Right. I would be at night. I would run to the super because I wouldn't have any junk at home because. But being from New York, all these like bodegas be open 24 hours. So I'll be like, yo, I can't take it. I'll run down the bodega, give me a couple Ben and Jerry's, and just destroy it. And then I'll be done. I'll be like, what? I'll be like, what the fuck? Why did I just do that, bro?
Yeah.
You're going like beach, bro. You'll be like an animal, like just you can't stop eating it. And you just eat it, and you be like, yo, what the fuck? I kept doing that. I kept doing that my whole prep, and then I would try to do more cardio to make up for it. And then now you're just battling. You're doing cardio just to burn the ice cream you have, but. And to be honest, I had to sit down and really talk to myself. I'm like, yo, is bodybuilding really for me? Like, can I really do this and not eat a bunch of ice cream? And it took me probably.
No, go finish up. I got something to tell you.
I was gonna say it took me, to be honest, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I competed. I've done with Eastern, Brooklyn, Atlantic. I've done 4 shows. That's not that much actually. I've done 4 shows, right? And to be honest, my 4th show is probably the first time that I was able to just go through the whole thing and not cheat. I think 1 out of 4 I haven't cheated. My first show, like you can't even call that a diet. I don't know. I was having Chinese food, all of that. My second show, I was doing better. No Ben and Jerry's, but I was having sushi a lot, and it was like garbage sushi.
Yeah, sushi ain't too bad.
It ain't too bad, but I was having too much, man. My 3rd show, Atlantic State, I did pretty good on that. I think I was having some what I was having with that one. I just didn't diet hard. I didn't do any cardio because being I cut out the junk, I didn't do any cardio. I didn't diet hard enough that show, to be honest with you. Okay. And then finally, this last show, I actually dieted hard, didn't cheat, and I think I bought a really good package. And I think this last show is really what told me that, okay, I could definitely get my pro card. The actual judge, Tamer told me the same thing. He was like, yo, bro, like, I don't tell this to a lot of people. I'm not gassing you, but he's like, you're the best amateur judge since Brandon Curry. You're like, yo,
that's a good thing.
Yeah, and then at the time, I was kind of going by the fact he was like, yo, if you do USAs, you have a good chance of winning your weight class. And I was like, wow, so like, I really appreciate it. And then since then, now my confidence is like really high. You know what I'm saying? But
that's a good thing, man. You know, because Tamer don't really speak out like that.
He don't really talk for that. I had to ask a bunch of people. I was like, yo, you think he's just gassing me because he wants me to do the show? They're like, you know, like, you know how much people he gets into that show? He don't care.
Right.
He don't care. Like he probably. Yeah, they're like, I think he just likes his physique.
He usually he a real one when it comes to he usually speak his mind.
That kind of stuff, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think West Coast favors aesthetics though, which plays in my favorite and your favorite too. For the aesthetics.
Yeah.
East Coast, Steve Weinberger, he likes that gnarly muscle mass. Like if you see all these national winners, they just fucking rip.
And Florida, like when I did the show in Florida, Miami Nationals, there was some mass monsters in that show.
Yeah, I feel like East Coast, they like more of that mass monster with the condition. I think they like that. Like Nick Walker, he lost the USAs, but I was telling him if you would have did a Steve Weinberger show, you would have won because Steve loved that. Because Nick is big and he did shape.
Yeah, I think he real thick. Yeah, he's what, he like 5'6", right?
Bro, yeah, it's honestly kind of ridiculous. I don't know if he came to Gold. I don't know if he was there when he was at Golds. Nick Walker.
I seen him online when he was at Golds when they came up there.
Bro, it's honestly ridiculous. If you see him in person, it's kind of crazy. Like he's legit like 5'6.5". He was about 295 with abs, striations and shit. And then I was like, bro, like you realize like at 290 at your height, you're leaner than, you know, me at like 280. He was like,
wow.
I was like, what the hell are you gonna compete at if you 5'6"? He was like, honestly, like he wants to do like 250, but realistically, like I'll probably be like 260. I'm like,
damn,
60 at 5'6". You realize Flex Lewis is like 212, 220 maybe on stage. 40 pounds on that, you know what that's gonna look like? He was like, I honestly don't care about the weight. I just want to be in shape. I'm like, yeah, you don't have to care about the weight. I think don't ever care about the weight.
Right. Wow.
You don't never gotta worry about that. Like, and to be honest, like I said earlier, like it's not nothing special he's doing. He like I see the comments in his post like, oh, he's taking all his juice. I'm like, bro, he's doing the same shit.
Everybody else, it's cookie cut. It's not. It's almost super simplistic. More, less is more.
Exactly. And to be honest, you know, but before he got serious, he was probably taking more before when he was smaller, when everybody thought, you know what I'm saying? But now he actually knows, like, he's been training, he's been getting stronger and stronger, like, every month. And then his food keeps going up. And, bro, how can you not get bigger? If you keep getting stronger,
your food keep going up.
Yeah. So he's, honestly, like, he's, you know, everybody finds their groove at a different point in their life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like for me, I feel like right now, I'm 27 now. I'm at a point where I kind of found a groove where, bro, when I tell you I can get as big as I want, no matter, you know what I'm saying? I just don't want to get a certain size. But if I want to be 320, I can be 320 easily.
Wow.
I'm at a point where my body just responds. You know what I'm saying? But I'm also cautious about my health. So I don't want.
That's the thing. You know, a couple coaches taught me. You know. About the heart being super heavy, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So just a lot of old school stories they had, but you know,
it's gonna be enlarged.
Yeah.
You don't want your, you know, all that muscle there. You know what I'm saying?
So, right.
So that's the only thing that at least holds me back in my head. I'm like, I mean, it would look crazy, but I can't.
If you can get to that sweet spot heavy where you're comfortable but it's still large and just refine it, then when it's time to hit the show, prep and dice it up, that's where it's at.
But the thing is that sweet spot that groove that you hit in your bodybuilding career, it happens to most people in their 30s. But then you have somebody like Nick Walker, for whatever reason, it's happening to him in his early 20s. You know what I'm saying? So,
how old is he?
He's 25.
Wow.
So yeah, he's lucky that it happened to him early. So he like his potential is limitless right now. Most people, yeah, I feel like
he's a
most people.
throwback. He's massive.
Well, he reminds me of like those early 2000s guys.
Yeah, he's like a miniature Nasser
Yeah, and he's
or
lean
Marcus
too.
Rule. That type of freak factor he got. He just not tall in stature.
Yeah, I think that kind of hurts him a little bit, but I mean, eventually, I don't think it's gonna make a difference because on that pro stage, they don't seem to care about that. Like you see the Bonac and Curry,
right?
I don't really care about that. Yeah. So okay. So you said your first show was back in 2000 and what?
2011.
Okay. And then your last show is when you got your pro card. That was like 2019.
2019, yeah.
Yeah.
I was doing like one show a year, two show a year, one show a year, two show a year. So took my time, you know what I'm saying? Because I work and got the family, so I had to pace myself.
I think that's a big part that nobody thinks about. Like, like there was times like I've only done 4 shows, but the reason that's the case is that because I gotta earn a living, I gotta pay bills. Like there's things that real life happens. I'm not gonna throw all my money into that and then have nothing left. Like everything has to be planned perfectly. Yeah,
it has to be planned perfectly. Yeah,
you gotta consider everything.
Put those money aside for it, because shows can get expensive. I was fortunate enough the last couple of years that my sponsor's been helping me out. Icon Muscle, boss, and his brother. One of the brothers is an IFBB pro judge, Mo El Masawi. He helped me out. I flew out there and did a show in New Zealand. He flew me out there. And that's where it was a pro-am show. And that's where I met Brandon out there. Okay. I got to spend a few days with him. Dallas, rest in peace, was out there. Juan Diesel, other guy from New York. What's his name?
Hakeem?
Nah, he doesn't compete much. De
La Rosa?
Beckham.
Oh, yeah. Jeff Beckham.
He was there. Yeah. Cool cat. There was a lot of pros out there. There's a lot of amateurs that came from Kuwait out there. So I went out there. I got first in the heavies and like second in overall. It was cool. Guy from Kuwait, he's super heavy. He turned pro. He got pro. That was a pro qualifier. He got his pro card that show. And then he competed later on that night, dude, in the pro show. And got like 8th. Yeah.
That's pretty good. That
was dope. Yeah. Out of 14, he got like 8th. Ain't that something? That was dope. Great. That was quite the experience, So that was cool.
That's dope. Yeah. When it comes to bodybuilding, like I know some people, they like to do that hardcore mindset thing. Like, oh, I put everything in the back burner. I'm just gonna do this. But to be honest, man, I personally like to consider everything. Like, I'm not that selfish of a person. I'm not gonna say my bodybuilding comes first. Forget all my relationships and loved ones. Nah, I ain't gonna do all of that. So it's like I try to consider everything. I consider birthdays. My girl's birthday, my family's birthday. I try to, compete around that. Holidays, all that's like, you can still bodybuild at a high level and be mindful of your friends and family. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't have to just be like, I don't care about nobody, only these shows. I don't think it has to be that way. I don't think it has to be that way.
I'm in agreement with you, man. You definitely got to have balance. You can, people, if you love it, man, you can just cruise and keep doing. You have it planned. Boom, we get off of work, boom, I hit the gym, boom, afterward pick up the kids. Well, when they were in school, boom, come home, have all my meals prepped for the day. You just got to have that balance, Even during prep, I still go out with my family. If we go to Cheesecake Factory into a movie, I got my little Tupperware. I got to do what I got to do. I can't stop them from living, and I can't stop living. So I'm going to go to Cheesecake Factory and look at everybody eating that. And I'm gonna be eating my meal, or sometimes Cheesecake Factory got some accommodations. they can grill your chicken breast, couple white rice, you know what I'm saying, a little iced tea, you know what I'm saying, that little equal. You gotta live still. That's the thing, man. People be taking it way on the deep end. You're supposed to, don't get me wrong, but you still gotta have live. You still, the happier you are during prep, the better your prep going, the better you look.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like you gotta have some balance. Like sometimes people burn out or they end up being like miserable because they pushed away all their loved ones, they pushed away all their family, and they're like secluded in this bubble. And I don't think life needs to be like that. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
don't get me wrong, it's a hard sport, but like coming like me being that I played other sports, like every sport is hard on a high level. Like let's not act like we the only ones suffering. Like at least like I'm training for an hour and a half, cardio for an hour and a half. It's about 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? But when I was playing football, it was more than that. And if I wanted to come practice on my own, it was even more than that. Or basketball. So it's like, you know, bodybuilding is hard because it's 24/7 with the diet. But a lot of these top athletes, their diet be 24/7 too. Like, you know what I'm saying? If Mike Tyson was in boxing camp, he ain't eating double cheeseburgers. Like he got all his
heck no.
you know
you know who his nutritionist was too, like in the late 90s, right?
Chad Nichols, yeah. So it's I feel like a lot of bodybuilders think like they're the only ones that work hard and nobody else does, and that's not true. Everybody works hard.
All these guys, man. Reggie Bush, even though he out of football, he's still training hard, going hard in the paint. He got his home gym. I watch him and his wife on his live, and they go hard and they live a lifestyle still.
Bro, it's hard. It's hard for everybody. Like LeBron ain't gonna say forget about my family because LeBron is playing 82 games, all these practices. He'll still do the All-Star weekend. Holidays, he plays on Christmas. He's always playing on Christmas, and then he goes to the Olympics and still plays. So it's like, where's the break? You know what I'm saying? He's still gonna make time for his family on top of that. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
We don't got 82 shows. We got that one show, show a year. You know what I'm saying? So let's not act like this is so hard and we got to cut everybody off. That's not the case.
Exactly.
Bro. Everybody's in the same boat. Any top athlete is in the same boat. And I go as far as saying some of these athletes work even harder than us. You know what I'm saying? Because they doing the weight training on top of the conditioning, on top of the, you know what I'm saying? On top of the skill work, you know. So
NFL, prime example, you know.
Yeah,
especially during camp, you know, they doing 2 days. They got to go away from their family for like what is it, like 6-7 weeks? You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Some people go in there get cut. You know, it's crazy. You know, so
exactly. So
it's a little sacrifice in every sport.
Exactly. We don't got it the worst in the world. I don't think so. To be honest, I think we got it pretty decent, man. I think we got it pretty decent, especially if you got decent genetics too, especially. I think you'll be fine. But let me switch gears again. Have you heard about? I don't know how much you follow this, but have you heard about the? I honestly don't follow this person, and I honestly didn't know who this person was until he's been making the rounds. But he's his channel is called Athlete and X. His name is Jeff Cavaliere. You ever heard about that guy?
No, I haven't heard of him.
So basically, everybody's tearing him apart because he does these like I guess tutorials for like educational purposes, and he was using fake weights. Weights tutorials. And I'm like,
I seen something on Nick Strength and Power talking about him. Okay, that was him.
About that. So like to me, I'm like, that's not that bad. But the issue is that he was kind of like claiming it was real. So that makes it like a bigger issue. So because like I said, I don't actually follow him, so I don't know exactly what he posted. But from what I heard, he had posted like a video, like he acted like he was really deadlifting that weight. So I think that's what makes it a problem. You know what I'm saying? If you would have just kept it on some, this is my like tutorials. I just want to make it look interesting. You don't want to lie about it. And then when everybody caught on, he kind of just been like, yo, I apologize. I only did this for educational purposes. I didn't think it was a big deal. But instead, like, he just denied it. So I think kind of rubbed people the wrong way. What you think about that?
Yeah, that's when you got to keep it all the way 100. Just be authentic with it, because you can't get away with it forever. Because, you know, I mean, dude, that was a publicity stunt on his end, I think, you know. And it kind of backfired, you know.
That was a bad move on his part.
Yeah.
Do you see my screen right now?
Yeah, I can see it.
So this is his like I said, I don't follow him. I don't actually know him that well. I'm guessing this is his page. So after next, and I don't know if he's gonna post it on his Instagram now that everything is going down, but I don't know if it's the fake waist or it is.
I seen one when he was doing 315. They showed him doing like the 315.
Yeah, he was doing the easy, repping it, right?
Right.
and he like 100 and I don't know 160, 170 pounds maybe. So I don't know what he was thinking with all that. He's ripped. I mean, he's a ripped guy, but he's not a big guy.
To be benching 315 like how he was benching, I'm like, geez. Pausing and going down slow.
I think what people need to understand is people don't follow him because they want to see somebody lift heavy weights. You know, like that's what people follow like Will's for. Like people follow him because apparently he gives a lot of like educational information, and it's probably mostly young guys just getting into it that follow him. So he doesn't have to impress anybody with 315 bench press. I don't think anybody cares. You know what I'm saying? Like he looks good, he's in good shape. And I heard he's like 50, so he's grown. So he doesn't have at 50, you don't have anything to prove as far as your max weights. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think he messed up with that one. I don't think he needed to do that. But I don't actually know him that well, to be honest. But he's doing pretty good for himself. That looks real.
That's real. That's believable.
Yeah. I think he's just, shouldn't heavy. But the video I seen, he was curling 135 on a barbell, and he was like perfect form, repping it. Like you see over here, like he's actually struggling.
No rock to it or nothing, huh?
No, just straight up and down. I'm like, come on, I can't even do it that strict. Like you
right?
Serious? Yeah. So I don't know why he did that, man. To be honest with you, but people are probably gonna talk shit for a couple of weeks, and everybody gonna forget about it.
Right. Yeah.
On the grand scheme of things, huh?
No, I said he'll still have his hardcore followers that rock with him still, regardless.
Yeah. Like, at the end of the day, he didn't kill nobody. He didn't abuse nobody or anything like that. So I don't think people are gonna make too big of a deal. It's more embarrassing than anything.
Right.
It's more embarrassing, but I'm on your page right now, showing the people, seeing what you got. He was repping 315 like this. This is how he was repping 315. He was repping like that. I'm like, nah, that ain't you, bro. That's good money.
Yeah.
You got any contest shots here? Yeah, I see a couple.
Right here, yeah, that's where yeah.
I see that one. Oh yeah, you killing them right now. This guy is wide, but I don't like his physique.
Right, he was thick. I seen him backstage. He had the glutes and everything.
Oh, he was in shape too.
He was in pretty good shape.
Yeah, but you gotta have the aesthetics too.
Yeah,
you gotta have the aesthetics too. Yeah, that's what it's at.
Yeah, I need to come. I want to come in a little fuller, a little harder. It's always each show. Each show is different. It's never the same.
So because here's the truth. Like, there's no such thing as a perfect physique. So no matter what you bring, you're gonna want to bring it better, right? It's
exactly.
Like every show you do is like, this one was good, but okay. Like there's shows that I've done at 22, right? And I'm looking, I'm like, I kind of like that look. Like sometimes like you get bigger, but your favorite look, if you ask like Ronnie Coleman his favorite look, he'd be like 98. You know what I'm saying? It's like
that was the coldest.
You know what I'm saying? We don't necessarily like the biggest look. Is that you kind of have to sometimes. Like for me,
right?
At 6 foot, I need to be around it. I don't need to be, but I feel like around the low 250s is like a good weight on like a national stage. You know what I'm saying?
Still aesthetic, thick, and dominate. Yeah. You got to dominate physique.
I agree. So. I'm not gonna be the biggest guy. Like there's guys competing at Vincenzo competing at like 270. I ain't gonna be there, but I don't have to. I don't have to be there neither. But at the same time, I'm not trying to be on stage at 215. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like for my height and stature, I know around where I look good. My last show I was about 240, and I like the look, but I could have been fuller and I could have been harder. Like it's like those two things. You can always be fuller and harder. You know what I'm saying? So in my head, low 250s is legit. But see, you got those round muscle bellies, so it's like you don't have to be as heavy when you got that round.
Right.
For me, it's like I have it, but if I lose it, it's a wrap. So I gotta try to keep it at the same time. Like, but it's hard for me to get glutes and hams. So it's like in my pursuit to get the crazy glutes and hams, I start losing that effect. But if I completely lose that effect, I don't like it, man. It's got that stringy. I don't want I don't want no stringy shit.
Right.
You know, that's good right there. That's good shape right there.
Oh yeah. I want to come in just a little like that, but a little heavier, a little thicker back. You know, it's always room for improvement.
Yeah, for sure.
So
that's good.
You know, we that's what we do. Try to refine. I was, you know, right there, started kind of depleting. So, you know.
How tall are you, Mo?
5'11". You a little bit taller than me.
Yeah, I'm a little bit taller. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
And you compete at the heavy?
This last show, what I do? I did super heavy. I did super heavy, and I was at the bottom of the super heavies, dude, when I got my pro card. But everybody else, you know, Big Mike, who go to Big Mike, who go to Beach Boys, he was there. You know, he weighed in like at 291.
Holy fuck! He weighed in at 291 on stage.
On stage, dude.
What the fuck?
Big Mike.
Yeah, I know Big Mike. But I know he's tall though. He's like 6'3".
6'2", 6'3". It was a guy from Texas who was 6'1". He was 258. Another guy was like 262. These dudes I was like, dang, ain't none of them was even in the 240s. It skipped way over to me, and I was like 230.8.
Wow. But you see, when you have those muscle bellies, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It kind of makes up for that. And a lot of super heavies, to be honest, they in shape, but they not as crisp as they could be. You know what I'm saying? Right. So whereas the heavyweights, they actually a lot more crisp. You know what I'm saying? So you probably exploited their shape and conditioning anyways. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah. So that's what
helped. It probably played to your advantage because you had a better structure and better conditioning. So it probably was like, probably did you good. You know
Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
Did you meet my boy? One of my boys at that show, Rodney from New York. You met Rodney? We were backstage. You can't miss him.
I probably did.
You can't miss Rodney. Like, he's always he's gonna command the attention. He's probably talking.
I've probably seen him. Oh,
yeah, like your tattoos.
I think I seen him. I think I do. He had the shades on.
Yeah, he had the shades on.
He had the big ass shoulders. Was he bald?
Yeah, bald head, dark skin.
I remember
tattoos, New York accent, all that.
Yeah, he was going toe to toe, I think, with Mac Truck on stage.
He was, yeah.
Yeah. Good dude. I met him after weighing. Matter of fact.
He's cool. Yeah. I remember for years, right? He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna compete," and he would never compete. I'm like, bro, like you definitely got the physique, and he just wouldn't do it. And I'm like, bro, dude, I'm gonna do it. I'm like, bro, just do it, man. Like, what you got to lose? Yeah, what you got to lose? Right. And he did it. I think he's hooked now.
That's cool.
He got a good physique.
That's what's up, man. Everybody get bit by the competing bug. You know that.
Yeah, man. I guess you. Okay, so because you was in the super, so he was in the heavies, right?
Yeah, I think he was in the heavies. Yep. Yeah, man. Fun times. Now I'm trying to really step it up and go all the way, you know, with the training, and you know, there's more on the line, so it automatically clicks. You know what I mean? So I don't know about for everybody, but for me, it's like, you know, a whole nother programming, you know, to kick it in gear.
So last topic I want to cover. This is like the topic that everybody seems to be interested in. It's going to be gear talk, right? So basically, like I said earlier, a lot of people assume that pros are doing some crazy amounts of shit, you know, and whatnot. But you don't have to get into like the amounts if you don't want to. But like let's say in an off-season setting, like what's like an average off-season cycle that you or like any like the pros you know actually do?
Yeah, it's the same one everybody do. You know, that's
what I always say. Yeah,
it's the same one. It ain't too much of a difference, you know.
It's only so much. It's only so much combinations you can do off season, right?
I think it's just the off season is just really the food and the training and the rest. Those are the three components. You know, all the other stuff is the same. Yeah, and it's just
just your body starting to mature or getting, it's starting to adapt to the lifestyle,
Exactly,
I would say.
exactly.
And I think that training, though, I'm a firm believer, Cormier and Psycho, that, I train with those two a lot. Different training and different angles and those reps and those different things is really what molds the body. That those dudes come out of that Flex Wheeler, Melvin Anthony. That's why their bodies look like that. All of them had kind of. Have you noticed? All of them kind of had that similar look. Flex, Melvin.
It's not by accident.
Yeah. John Sherman, all those dudes. Paul DeLay, all them trained together.
That don't happen by accident. So I think the most forgotten part about bodybuilding right now is the training. Like when I tell you, like nobody acts like I never get anybody actually goes, bro, I wanna learn how to train. Like show me how to train. Like nobody says that. Nobody says that to me.
Ain't that crazy?
Bro, nobody. Everybody's like, yo, what do I take for this? What? And then especially when you see them, you look at them, you're like no offense, I'm not trying to display anybody's physique, but you kind of look at them and you're like, right then and there, I kind of see the problem.
Right. Yeah, you said it right.
It's like this, right? Like training is the one variable that's completely necessary. Just think about it, right? When I first started, I didn't have a diet. There was no diet. Right. I ate whatever. I mean, I ate like one big meal a day. Forget no protein shakes, no supplements, just one big meal a day, and I would train. And guess what? I built a lot of muscle, right?
Right.
Like, let's change the variable. Let's say I didn't train, and I ate 6 perfect meals a day, and I took a bunch of gear with no training. Right. You think I would add a bunch of muscle? No. I would probably look like crap because training is the one variable that is absolutely necessary to build muscle. You ain't building muscle without the training. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Diet is important, but like I said, I know a lot of people that the diet is shit and they still look good because they train hard. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I went to Ghana, right? That's where my parents are from, Ghana. Okay. And some of these guys are jacked. Bro, they're eating 1 time a day. They don't know what a supplement is, and they're jacked because training is the one variable that you can't do without.
Right.
That's what decides everything. You want big arm, you train your arm. You want big, you know what I'm saying? So I think people somewhere along the line that kind of got lost. Like people just like, oh, training is important. No, training is not important. It's just what you take. And I think that's the funniest thing ever. Like this is the most important variable that you can control. You can't control your genetics, stuff like that.
Right.
But you can train your ass off and grow. Right. I started going a bit. I'm going to Bishoy's, right? And there was these group of guys there, right? My boys, there's Angel, Bernie, and Luca. They all got good. Once I started seeing them, I'm like, these guys got good genetics. I would see them posing and stuff like, they got good genetics. And I'm watching them train, and I'm like, that ain't it, man. Like they training, but they not really training. And I'm like, it's not. So, I got cool with them. I'm like, yo, you know what I got to do? Come. Do my workout. When I see y'all in here, come they work out with me. They're like, all right, cool, dope. So they started working out with me, and I think they finally realized, okay, what we was doing before, that wasn't training. This is training, and every single one of them is fucking swole right now. Like it's been like 4 weeks. Their calves getting bigger. And they're like, yo, and they all tell me, yo, bro, like I've never made this amount of progress. Nothing changed, but they're training. Everything else is the same. Only they're training. You know what I'm saying? But one of the dudes, Bernie, I kind of tweaked his diet. He wasn't eating enough, but literally for training with me for 4 weeks, they're making the best game because a lot of people they think they're training, but they're not. Right. I see them doing like you can do a set, and it's like if somebody says, I say do 3 sets to 6 to 8. You can do it one way and barely make any gains. Right? You start off with 10 pounds, okay. Next set 25, okay. Next set 30. Ain't nothing happen. You know what I'm saying? Whereas me, I'll have you warm up with 10, 20. I don't even start counting the sets till you get heavy. So now you're at 50. That's your first set. And you're doing 3 sets of that. That's a complete different workout. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think people really downplay the training. But like off season, man, like right now, I'm doing things different. Like I don't really hop on any cycles till like, let's say maybe 16 weeks out. But but let's say before when I was putting on the initial size, off season, testing EQ. Some people like Deca. I don't like Deca. I don't like it.
Nah.
It don't do anything for me, bro. Testing EQ. It's not.
That's it.
I don't switch esters every 2 weeks. I don't go from EQ to Deca to Trend and then switch back. It ain't that complex to me. Like if I'm making improvements in my training and my food is going up, that's it. It's very simple. It's not sexy. I don't got some secret shit flown in from Kuwait. It's testing.
Right.
It ain't even farm grade. It's just testing EQ. That's it.
Right.
And I'll run that.
Simple as that, man.
I'll run that for the off season. That's it. Like,
that's it. Safe too.
Yeah,
safe.
It ain't rocket science. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
As you advance, you want to throw in some GH. I believe in low dose GH off season. I don't think high dose GH is there off you. I think it just holds too much water because you already have all these carbs and all this food.
Right.
So, and honestly, that's it. But most people that ask me, they wouldn't need GH. Like, you know what I'm saying? The people that ask for this kind of information, they don't need the GH. You know what I'm saying? So,
right. Exactly.
If they was ready for that, they would probably already have a coach. To be honest with you.
Right. So, exactly.
Do you have a coach still?
I'm up under Chris still. I'm hooking up with him tomorrow.
Okay, dope.
Yeah, Cormier, yeah. So he back in the mix. So
do you have any sponsors you want to shout out?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to the whole IFBB Pro League, Icon Muscle, Chris Cormier, Gold's Gym, Dave Fisher Powerhouse. You know what I'm saying, for letting me come on your platform. I truly appreciate it. And, just all the NPC, everybody coming up. And, we all after the same thing, and that's to better our lives. And, this is our therapy, working out, training, this is what we chase,
I'm excited.
Yeah, man.
I feel like the world is opening again. Like, NBA, son, because I love watching me some NBA, bro. I love watching NBA.
I'm with you, man. I can't get enough of it, especially, man. Rest in peace, Kobe. That really hurt my feelings, man. That
was bad. Like, that was a horrible start of the year, and the year kind of went downhill after that, man.
Yeah. Stuff started getting strange.
What I feel like Kobe threw off the equilibrium. Kobe dying threw off the balance.
It did. I was flabbergasted. Like I couldn't believe I was asleep. When you wake up out your sleep, I'm like, my kids came in there like, Daddy, Kobe died. I said, no. Like,
I didn't believe it.
It's probably fake news. And I'm half asleep, so I'm like,
no way.
I'm like, I went to my phone. I looked. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like, babe, look.
I'm
like, it felt too surreal, like,
to be real, yeah.
But we all human. We all gonna go, but not like that. Right. We weren't expecting the plane crash,
Bro, that shit was hard. It was a hard pill to swallow. Like, honestly, it took me like 4 hours, maybe 5 hours to actually believe it.
Yeah.
Like, that whole denial thing happened. It was fake, right?
Yeah. I was in denial for like an hour or two myself. I was hoping that I was like, oh, it's just rumors. And because I remember they said that about a couple of celebrities, like this person I know is just a rumor. And I was hoping that about Kobe, but I'm like, man, nah, this is like, they released his autopsy the other day too, bro. It was like,
really?
Oh, no, yeah, it was bad.
It's so bad, man. To be honest, like that whole denial thing happened for a while. Like, I was like, no way. I don't believe that. And shoot, man, that sucks, man. But all right, man. I think we've been on for like over an hour, actually, right? We've been on for a while.
Yeah, it was good, man. I appreciate it, man. Much love and respect. I want to try to get some training in with you sometime next week. Maybe you can take a trip to Powerhouse.
Yeah, hell yeah. Powerhouse is already open. I was gonna say Gold's probably open. I think Friday, but
okay, let's do something at Gold's then. Probably Sunday.
We could do Gold. I actually want to check out Powerhouse too. I think because I've never
Powerhouse. been. The whole Gold's Gym is up in Powerhouse right now, pretty much.
Oh, okay. So not to put them on blast, but how's the rules? Are they super strict or are they?
Nah, it's full blown open. No capacity, no weight, no mask, no gloves. Just get it on.
Perfect. All right, I'm down for that. We'll definitely get in the workout. Sunday, I got legs Sunday. What you got Sunday?
I'm down. I'm probably hit some legs too. I'll hit some legs with you.
All right, bet. Fuck it. Let's do it.
Okay. Let's do it.
All right, Mo.
Okay. All right, man.
Nice talking to you, brother.
Appreciate it.
All right, man.
Have a good one. Peace.